is one of the world's rarest elements, making for between 0.001 and 0.006 parts per million of the Earth's crust. But how much gold is dug up around the world each year, and which countries produce the most? According to World Gold Council, or WGC figures released, global gold mine production in 2020 was 3,478.1 tons or 122.7 million ounces, a slight decrease for the second year in a row after climbing steadily over the previous several years. Obviously, the pandemic played a role in last year's slowdown, but we may also be seeing the effects of continually declining exploration funding. Here are further data on the top 10 countries with the highest gold production in 2021, as well as the top producer and consumer. All data comes from the WGC as of June 2021. Top 10. Indonesia. Grasberg, the world's second-largest gold mine, is located in Indonesia and is run by PT Freeport Indonesia, which employs up to 20,000 people. The South Pacific country is responsible for around 3% of global supply. Top 9. Mexico. Mexico is a competitive gold supply, despite production falling for the fifth year in a row. Production increased from 50.8 tons in 2008 to over 131 tons in 2015, marking one of the biggest increases in that time period. Because of its low regulatory costs, Mexico is a desirable location for mining. Top 8. Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan's output climbed dramatically last year, rising from 94.6 tons in 2019 to 101.6 tons in 2020, the first time it has surpassed 100 tons in a single year. Muruntau, the world's largest open-pit gold mine by area, is located in Central Asia. The project, which also has large quantities of turquoise and arsenic, is located on top of what many geologists believe is the world's largest gold reserve. Top 7. Brazil. Brazil, which has raised its output for the third year in a row, has moved up from the 10th place in 2019. Illegal mining has increased dramatically in the Amazon jungle during the previous 6 years. President Jair Bolsonaro has pushed for the government to economically develop the Amazon and tap its mineral wealth. Top 6. Ghana. Ghana is Africa's largest gold producer, surpassing South Africa for the first time in 2019, and it is also noted for its reserves of different industrial minerals. Anglo Gold Ashanti and Gold Fields have relocated their attention from South Africa to Ghana, where reserves are less expensive and easier to mine. Top 5. Canada. Canada has remained in 5th place for 4 years, although mining 12 tons less in 2020 than the previous year. The top gold mine in the country was Canadian Malartic, which was co-owned by Yamana Gold and Agnico Eagle and produced almost 16 tons of gold last year. Top 4. The United States. For the first time in recent years, gold output in the United States slipped below 200 tons, continuing a fall that began in 2019. Nevada accounts for over 80% of all gold produced in the United States. If the state were its own country, it would be one of the top 10 mines in the world. Top 3. Australia. Australia has now increased output for 8 years in a row. The mining industry accounts for more than half of Australia's total exports and accounts for approximately 8% of GDP. Higher output from various mines, as well as the startup of projects such as Mount Morgans in Cadia Valley, all contributed to increased output. Top 2. Russia. The vast majority of Europe's gold comes from Russia, which has increased its output year after year since 2010. Russia overcame Australia to become the world's second-largest producer in 2019. Who is the most active buyer of Russian gold? Of course, the Russian government, which buys around 2/3 of all gold produced locally. Before we continue, make sure to smash that like button. Let's jump to our top 1 most gold producer country in 2021, China. For many years, China has been the leading producer, accounting for 11% of global mine production. However, output dropped from 383 tons to 368 tons last year, marking the 4th consecutive year of reductions. The government's stricter environmental rules are mostly to blame for the downward trend. For example, stricter control over the use of cyanide at gold mines has forced several operations to cut back production. Thank you for watching.